Everyone, this is David. I'm doing a little bit different video, so this is probably all you'll see of me. Decided to show you what my purchase history on eBay in 2017 was like. So it looks like January 16th I got Macaulay Schenker, Perfect Timing. Remember, this is the period where I was buying nothing but hair metal. Excuse me. So yeah, Macaulay Schenker, Perfect Timing. Looks like I got it for $10.99. Most of these, I think, were free shipping or whatever. Some of them might be way more than what this price is. White Tiger, self-titled. That is the band with Mark St. John. This is probably the most expensive one I did. It was Lion Dangerous Attraction. It is an official version. I think with shipping, I ended up having to pay like $30 or $35 or something like that. Keel, the self-titled album, that was $17.25. Bought a couple Brighton Rock CDs that I never had. Those are pretty decent prices, $8.55 and $9.04. Those were brand new. Whoops, screwed that up. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, you see a lot of Whitesnake coming up. Bad Moon Rising, Blood, and Blue Murder. Sorry, there's no pictures. Those are pretty expensive, $10.99 and $12.50 for used CDs. Or they might have been new, who knows. Let's see if it says. Yeah, they're both used. Bad Moon Rising and the Opium for the Masses Bad Moon Rising album. Looks like I, paid quite a bit for those. Or at least for this one I did. Sorry if this is not exciting. Rough Cut Wants You and Shy, Brave the Storm. That album is amazing. If you aren't familiar with Shy, do yourself a favor and listen to this album. Tony, I think it's Harnell, is a fantastic singer. Rough Cut, this is the only one I will get because I really don't like the first album. I like Paul Shortino's voice way better on this album. Shiraz Lane, For Crying Out Loud. This is a new hair metal band that their singer sings really high. They're on Frontiers Records. It's really good. He kind of changed his vocal delivery because he doesn't sing quite as high anymore on the second album. But I've yet to get that one. Black and Blue's first album, self-titled. I got the Majestic Rock remasters. And they sound really good, but the artwork kind of looks like it's all just kind of whatever the best copy they could copy. Diving for Pearls is kind of like this weird band that did like one album. And I would like to also point out that when I do a lot of Amazon or eBay purchases, I get things through Get Imports because they will always give you the exact thing you are stated in the listing. You know, you won't get an original version if they say it's the remaster. If it's the remaster, they will get it for you as the remastered copy. And their shipping is free. They might be a little bit... They'll always actually be probably one of the cheapest sellers, even with free shipping. And if you get multiple things, they'll give you a discount. Black and Blue Without Love. It looks like that says my order total, so I must have got free shipping on that. Because none of these say. Do they say a different number? Yeah, no. Here is where I went on a absolute Whitesnake kick. I got Come and Get It, and these are all from Get Imports. I got Live in the Heart of City. That was the one that I actually got because I was going to get Saints and Sinners, Ready and Willing, and Troubled. And those are all the remastered versions. And it said if you get 5 discs, you got like 20% off. So, off of all of them. So, by adding Whitesnake Live in the Heart of City, I basically got this for $8 instead of, I think it was $11.99, and I basically got one of these cheaper ones for free, because had I gotten 4 of them, it would have been the same price or something like that. So that was a great buy. Whitesnake Restless Heart. That thing took forever to get to me. I don't know how long it took, but I remember waiting about 2 weeks or something like that. Forevermore Digipack CD and DVD for $4.09. Look at that. That was a steal. Whitesnake Good to Be Bad, $8.59. That was used. This one was new. All the Get Import stuff are mainly new. 1209, the very first Coverdale album. Heavy Crown, Last in Line. That one, I'm not even sure. I mean, I like that. I don't like the new one. It didn't really grab me. The Last in Line first album, Heavy Crown, is actually really decent. It kind of has that old school Dio feel. But yeah, it's just the new one just hasn't done anything for me. Brittany Fox, Boys in Heat. So we're already at February 26th. Remember, this obsession ran until at least June, where I was buying nothing but hair metal. Bought it for $7.50. This was a great buy because Into the Light, David Coverdale solo album, was basically $10.99, and I got a free Coverdale Page CD, which was a double, so I gave it to a friend of mine who is a big Zeppelin fan, so he hadn't had it for some reason. Night Ranger Man in Motion, $5.50. Fair Warning Remaster by Van Halen. This one, I think I ended up paying like $7 total. I just couldn't find it used, and for some reason they were like still $13 or something like that at my record stores. Hurricane, Slave to the Thrill. Now we're in March already. Of course, this is the version without the girl on the cover. My friend Rob had this, and he was just kind of being wishy-washy if he wanted to get rid of his version, and I was just like, forget it, I already bought it. Night Ranger Live in Japan. I just saw that used again, and I was like, do I own this album? And yeah, I was buying so much stuff at this point. House of Lords, Demons Down. This was another one that I think Rob was kind of wishy-washy on too. Got for $6.99. Jack Blade's Rock and Roll Ride. I've only listened to that album once. Manic Eden, probably listened to it twice. That was with Tommy Aldrich, Rudy Sarzo, Adrian Vandenberg, and a singer. That came out after what do you call it? Whitesnake had dissolved in the 90s. Scorpions Return to Forever Tour Edition with DVD. That has really weird packaging. I wish I had this in my hand right now to show you how weird it was, but I've never, no, I have watched that DVD, but I bought a bunch of Scorpions that I didn't have, like newer stuff at that time. Baton Rouge, Lights Out on the Playground. I could not find that used to save my life, but I ended up finding their second one used probably shortly after. Black and Blue in Heat, which was one of the albums that I did own. Actually, the only album I didn't own by Black and Blue was Nasty Nasty for the longest time. I had In Heat and their first one on cassette when I was younger. I actually had their first one on vinyl too. That was the first time I had ever seen them or listened to them. Robert Plant, 9 Lives, 9 CD box set. That was, I ended up getting that around, I think it was May 5th of that year, because it was Free Comic Book Day, and I remember the postman delivering it the day of Free Comic Day, and I didn't have time to look at it ever until after. And I've listened to all of it at least once or twice, but it took too long to, and I was like super excited. So that was April, and then I went through a hip hop or rap type phase in June. Got some Rihanna, some more Rihanna, another Rihanna, another Rihanna, and then we get Soundgarden. You'll see that the Soundgarden is done on here twice. By the way, Declutter's store is a really good place too. They are also on Amazon. They have really good shipping prices, and usually their CDs are pretty cheap, way cheaper than $8.38. In August, this is the only time I've had a problem with them. That one was damaged, so I had to get a refund, and then I ended up getting the deluxe edition. August got Jack Blade's self-titled on Frontiers, which is an okay album, not the best. And then, when is this? Oh, December 22nd, Tantric, End Begins. So that was my last thing that I got in 2017. So that was a lot of stuff to get. And actually, I didn't realize I could probably do this and see what it was doing. So yeah, that was like 6 months of buying nothing but what is it called? Nothing but hair metal. By the way, this is my Games Workshop shelf for all of you people in the UK who know what the hell Games Workshop is. All of those are Games Workshop. So, this is a little different for me, but I wanted to use my phone and do a video quick before I left for today. So, hopefully you enjoyed my trip down memory lane in 2017. I will see you later.